This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. It's 12/23/2020. This is show number 182. Well, Nick, things are not always as they seem. Obviously, dull markets, that's what you expect for holiday trading because the A-team has taken off to St. Bart's or Florida, Palm Beach, wherever it might be, or perhaps they're skiing in Aspen. Yesterday, Dow was down 200 points, but that doesn't tell the whole story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story. Yesterday, you had another big move in the Russell 2000. That was up nearly 1%. That closed at a new all-time high. And as long as the Russell 2000 continues to lead the markets higher, there's really nothing wrong yet. The Russell represents small-cap companies in the United States, and that's really all we need to watch. And again, that's such a big indicator for me. And you also had some strength in the NASDAQ yesterday as well. That was up about 0.5%. So again, even though we look at that evening headline news and it'll say the Dow is down 200 points, it really does not tell the picture, to tell the whole story.
All right, so looking at what's happening in the markets today.
Yeah, today we have an update pretty much across the board with the exception of the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is flat today, but today you have the Dow up 180 points. The Russell 2000 is very strong right now. That's up another little over 0.5%. And the S&P is gaining about 0.4%. But the NASDAQ, which was a winner yesterday, is flat today.
All right. So, and these are the kind of markets that you really expect.
Yeah, we have very, very light volume out here. It's a holiday shortened trading week. Tomorrow, the markets will be open up just for a half a session. So again, we're not going to expect all that much right now, barring any geopolitical events. If you get a geopolitical event, you never know what can happen. That could set off fireworks. But right now, I don't foresee it at the moment.
Hey, it was interesting because you mentioned the winter solstice, and on that very day, we got the news of an intractable, incurable form of COVID on its way to us from the UK.
Yeah, it's amazing how that news item lines up with a big astro event like the solstice. I don't know what to make out of it. I've been looking into that a little bit. I'm not even sure that's really factual, but we'll see what the media tells us. I'm not going to make too much out of that one, but it is pretty interesting how it did coincide with that solstice.
For sure. Hey, and finally, this can be a short session. What of gold and silver? They're up pretty nicely today after a pretty nasty pullback yesterday.
Yeah, today gold's rebounding a bit, up 8 points today on gold futures, trading at around 1878. The GLD's rebounding pretty nicely. That's up $1.25. And the GDX, which is the gold miners, that got slammed yesterday. Today it's up about 1.5%. So again, gold is just continuing to do that little dance called the cha-cha, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But ultimately, I like that action. So there's nothing really wrong when a market does that.
All right, so it's doing the cha-cha. And what of silver?
Yeah, so today we have silver futures up 21 cents, trading at around 25.75. If you look at the SLV, which is silver ETF, that's up 36 cents, up 1.5% right now. So not a bad day there either. I like the silver chart better than the gold chart at the moment. They're probably going to trade somewhat in tandem with each other, but silver still looks a bit stronger at the moment.
All right, interesting times ahead. That's why you need to go to inthemoneystocks.com, sign up for Nick's service, check out his trading record, and you'll get his pre-year review, meaning 2021. You'll find out what Nick is looking forward there and the opportunities that are going to be there like never before. This could be because of the increased volatility and what you said, Nick, high-speed markets, really volatility. That's going to be the byword, and you have to know how to play it. And while you're at it, subscribe to the Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Send us your emails, kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you probably next week.
Sounds good, Kerry. Merry Christmas to you.
Aspen, skiing in Aspen.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds @ITMS and @NickSantiago01.